Hey, what's up? It's your boy. Oh, no, I don't go by the name of no boy. I'm Brian Badusky on my new show called Let's Talk with Badusky. I know I said I started at 8, but I'm starting a little early because I can do that. I can do whatever I want, you know what I'm saying? So let me just do some sharing here real fast or invite people. I'm on Facebook Live. You can find me at www.spreaker.com/Let's Talk with Badusky. For those that don't know, the show's not just about sports. I now talk everything and anything. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is off topic. I will say what I want. You don't like it. You get offended. Screw you. I don't care. Let me turn off my phone here. I already got one email. So, yeah, welcome to Let's Talk with Badusky. I am your boy Badusky. I'm live on Facebook. And like I said, you can find me on www.spreaker.com/Let's Talk with Badusky. All my social media is Let's Talk. Or Let's Talk with Badusky or Let's Talk Badusky, somewhere under. I started the show because I have a lot to say. And this is only my third show. This is an impromptu surprise show. Usually I do my shows on Tuesday night, but I decided, what the hell? Let's do one on a Friday night. I know people are out doing their thing, but I'm not. So let's start with this. The last two shows, my first show, I kind of went off. I talked about the R. Kelly situation. I talked about women's equal pay in sports. I talked about a lot of stuff in the first show. Second show was just about movies. My cousin was on the show. My cousin Jenny, I love her. Thank you for being on the show, Jennifer. We just talked about movies because she's a movie buff. She constantly going to movies. So this show, I wanted to talk about a subject that I kept forgetting to talk about or run out of time about. I want to talk about good old Donald Trump. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that are supporters. I see a lot of people out there on social media saying Donald Trump in 2020, he's the best president we had. Okay, everyone, the way we live and the free country, you're allowed to say what you want and do what you want, and that's all good. I'm all for it. Like I said about religion, if you don't believe in God or you don't believe in the Bible and you believe in Buddha or you believe in you go to the Church of the Fawns, I don't care. As long as you're a good person, I don't care. As long as you're a good person, you're not hurting nobody, you're not hurting kids, you're not causing problems all over the place, whatever. As long as you're a good person, I don't care what you believe in. If you think Donald Trump is a good person, whatever. But let me just tell you why I don't like Donald Trump. All right, it's not that I'm not a hardcore Democrat. I am a Democrat, but I'm not like hardcore. I'm not like, fuck the Republicans. I'm not all about that. I see a lot of people smearing Democrats on social media and stuff, and I just don't get it. I don't understand the concept of if someone doesn't believe what you believe in, why are they your enemy? You shouldn't be someone's enemy. You shouldn't have someone as your enemy just because they don't believe in what you believe in. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You don't believe in Donald Trump? Well, then you're an enemy. You're a Democrat, not a Republican. You're the enemy. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. So, like I was saying, I'm not a hardcore Democrat. Whatever. I prefer the Democrats. I prefer the way they run things and their process when they're in office. But let me tell you this. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, two of the worst candidates I can ever remember, even when I wasn't old enough to vote when I was a kid. Worse than, Mondale and Reagan. They were just horrible candidates. But let me just say this. I looked, when it came to the election when Donald Trump won, I wasn't about, I'm a Democrat, so I'm voting Democrat. I don't care. I'm not blind. I'm not blinded by society and be like, I'm a Democrat. I'm voting Democrat 100%. What I do is, the way I do it is, I look at the situation. especially in this election that passed one with Donald Trump won. The way I look at it was like, they're both horrible. I don't want either of them as president, but we had to have one. And I'm not voting for the third person who I don't even know why they run, because they'll never in American history win. But they're just there to make the ballot interesting, to take some of the votes actually away. I think it's kind of it's stupid to have that third nominee on the ballot, because they're taking votes away from people that actually, vote, but then they vote for this because they vote for the Green Party because they don't want to so-called be on the other party. So when I was voting this last election, now, like I said, I'm not hardcore Democrat. I'm not all about Democrats. I think Hillary is an evil person, just as bad as they all come. But I voted for Hillary, and I'll tell you why. Before you get all mad at me and start tweeting at me and slamming me on social media, the reason I didn't vote for Donald Trump is of his personality, the way he is, his morals that he holds, his standards. You can't tell people that you grab women in their pussies and be president. You can't make fun of people that have mental disabilities and be president. You can't make faces during a debate and mock people because you don't agree with them. I don't like his personality. I don't like the way I don't like him as a person. That's the reason I didn't vote for him. I had to vote for the two evils, and who was the least of the evil. And in my eyes, I'm sorry to say, it was Hillary. I figured, well, she already ran the country when Bill ran the country. She is a Democrat. And it'd be maybe going from a black president to a woman president isn't a bad transition. Now, I know about all the emails and all the scandals she's been in and all that stuff, but what president hasn't been in a scandal? What president hasn't had issues with all this stuff? That's just the way it is. But what I'm saying is, I don't like Donald Trump as a person. Now, I may not like Hillary, or I may not like whoever. I don't know. I can't think of anybody I don't like because I'm not a hateful person. I love and like everybody. But I'm just saying, if I were to talk to Donald Trump as a man, face to face, I wouldn't enjoy it. I just think that guy's a degenerate. I think he's egotistical. I don't know if he's racist, but he seems like he could be. People slam him for. I see a lot of smear on Donald Trump stuff because they say he's racist. I don't know if he is. Building a wall, I think this is one of the most idiotic, stupid ideas a president's ever come up with. Hey, but you know what? It's a free country. We live in a world where we all vote and we all have a say, and he won. I don't know if the Russians help, like they say. I'm not into conspiracies. I like conspiracies, but I'm not really into them. But he won, and we got to live with it, and I got to live with it. I don't like him as a person, but as a president, I'm not a rich person. I'm not a poor person. I'm probably what they call middle class, maybe. I live in San Francisco, the most expensive places in the world, definitely in the nation to live. But I'm not going to, for what he does as a president, it hasn't really affected me yet. Hasn't really came across as hit my pockets or any issues like that. But I don't like him as a person. That's my issue. That's why I didn't vote for Donald Trump. Let's say this. If Donald Trump was a Republican and if Donald Trump was a Democrat and Hillary was a Republican, I still would have looked at the situation and be like, we got two horrible candidates. Who is the least evil of the two? I would have voted Republican for Hillary because that's how much I do not like Donald. I am making a judgment call from what I hear and from what I see of Donald Trump. Take the Twitter handle away from that guy. No president should be on that social media that much. I think this guy is a complete degenerate. I think he's a womanizer. I think he's egotistical. He's one of those people that like to hear himself talk. He likes to hear himself talk, but he doesn't like to listen to other people's. That's just my opinion. All right, that's what the show's about. It's like the OST, the Opinionated Sports Talk Show, but I'm talking my opinions. Hey, chime in on live Facebook. Let me know what your opinions are on this. I love to hear them. I'm just telling you why I didn't vote for Trump. It wasn't because I'm a hardcore Democrat or I'm a Hillary lover or whatever the case you think it may have been. I just don't like the guy. If I was at a bar and I saw him, oh man, give me a couple shots and I'm talking smack to them. I just don't like him. You can't have a president. Well, obviously we do. We can because we do. But you can't have a president that sits there and goes, let me grab women in their pussies. I like to grab women there. Make fun of people that are mentally disabled. You can't do that. He did, and he got away with it. Hey, you know what? Donald Trump is our president, and I still can't believe he won, but he won. We live in our country is built on democracy. We, the people, the Constitution. If you don't like them, I hope that you voted. If you didn't vote and you're complaining, you really don't have much room to complain about because you didn't have your voice to get in. You didn't say anything with your voice. I vote every year. I vote locally, California. For the city of San Francisco and the Bay Area. I look at the props, and then, I'm not too political. I just kind of go with the flow when it comes to the political world. But I just think the guy's a bad person who has low morals, egotistical. He's a womanizer. And our first lady, we all seen her naked. We saw her kissing other women. I mean, I just don't know if that's a great image for the U.S., and unfortunately it is. It is the image. I'm going to talk about, so you get a heads up what the show I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about some, that judge that hugged that criminal. People are losing their mind over it. A lot of racist statements about that. I don't understand. I'm going to talk about PG&E. Here in Northern California, they've been shutting our power off. And I don't get it. I'll tell you what I think about that. I'm going to talk about California gas prices and my theory on this stuff. What's going on there. What's up, Gary? So I'm not a political person too much. I don't get involved in politics too much. But I do like to voice my opinion. And I do like to make sure what I am saying matters. People that are complaining about Donald Trump and you didn't vote, that's kind of your fault, and it's kind of like you don't really have much to say then. You can't complain about something that you had a chance to prevent or had a chance to win or lose or be a part of, and you're going to sit there and complain and you didn't vote. Hey, look, I get it. People voted and he won. Middle America, a lot of Republicans, they seem to vote for their party, regardless of who's running in office. And I feel this last, when Donald Trump and Hillary were running, we had two of the dumbest people running for president. We didn't have much of a choice. I voted for Hillary because I thought I don't like Donald Trump as a person. Hillary, I respect her as a person, I guess, but not as a politician. But what politician doesn't lie and have some sort of scandal? That's just, bash me all you want. Tweet at me at Let's Talk Badusky. Fine. I don't care. I could take it. Hit me on live Facebook right now. But it is what it is. And you got to, if you want to make your voice matter, you want to make you want to have your opinion mean something, Get up there and vote. Don't sit around.